Hello, we're Brad and Fraser Travers. We run the leading website for political and PR jobs, mostly in DC, but even beyond. But we're not going to talk today about jobs. We're going to talk about internships, specifically summer internships, and how Brad Travers Jobs is a great way to find that internship.
Yeah, and so right now we have around 700 internships posted on the website, and they are most of them are for summer internships because it's the time to be looking. And the areas that we have internships in are obviously on Capitol Hill, which is a popular place to work. Almost 20,000 interns come to DC every summer, and of those, about 6,000 are on Capitol Hill. So we've got lots of openings posted on the site for Capitol Hill, but there's a ton else off the hill. We have lobbying and PR firms that hire a lot of interns for the summer, and there are a lot of advocacy and trade associations, and those are organizations here in DC that work for a specific cause. So if you are passionate about the environment or women's rights or animal rights or whatever it is that you think you'd like to work for, there's probably a trade association or advocacy group here in DC that would love to have you for the summer. And another thing that's just coming up on the radar screen right now that we've been seeing are the presidential campaigns.
Yeah.
And that's also short-term work, and I'm sure they'd love to have you for part of the summer.
Yeah, we've got some posted already. Yeah. And corporations, did you mention that? I mean, that's another really category, is companies that are looking for lobbying positions.
And what that means is it's when a company has representatives in DC to advocate in Congress for the issues that affect their company.
Yeah. So let me talk a little bit about what the different categories are for internships. We had so many that we felt it was important to break them down. Capitol Hill, which is working for a member of Congress, a U.S. congressman or a senator. The other category is paid internships, unpaid internships, and transportation, unpaid, but with a small transportation stipend. But about 2/3 of the jobs are paid, actually, and that is a big break from, I would guess, 5-6 years ago was probably half and half, and before that, it was maybe 10 years ago, it was 1/3 paid and 2/3 unpaid. So a lot of organizations are really stepping up and paying, pretty substantial, $10, $12, $15 an hour in some cases.
It definitely depends, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And even if you are paid, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to cover the cost of living here in DC. It is expensive, but there are tons of resources for interns here. There are organizations that run actual internship programs where they help you place you in an internship, and then they have seminars on how to be a good intern, things like that. They have networking opportunities,
how to find housing.
You can find a group house. So once you're here and on the ground, there's a lot of support for interns, because honestly, DC loves its interns, and we wouldn't survive without you. And the last thing I just wanted to mention too is if you're not paid, a lot of times your college will give you, or the employer will be able to write it for college credit. And that honestly can be a huge financial savings depending on where you go to school. But so if you're not being paid and you need to have a part-time job to supplement, ask your college if you could get credit.
Yeah. So $6 a month is what the cost is to join, and we've got about over 700 internships on the site, and they're coming in every day. I mean, most of them are for the summer. I'm still almost every day post one where they need someone right now. So the spring is not over yet, but pretty much the focus is on the summer and even fall. So it's a great way to jumpstart your career. I mean, I would say most of the people that I know in this town, in the political and PR world, got their start as an intern. I certainly did.
Absolutely.
So there it is, bradtraversjobs.com. Hope you can sign up, and good luck.